Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Free-to-Play, and in this episode we're going to be using the Hunchback 2CA, which, again, like a lot of these mechs, and I'm just getting through them now, I purchased a while ago, but just getting to them because of the computer downtime. And the Hunchback 2CA is quite nice. With the ability to have these really high torso amounts of energy, we can do a variety of builds on this, and we probably will. But this is sort of a very fun build. We got a pair of ERPPCs, an XL275, and then infinite heatsinks, as many as we can pack onto this chassis. Now you may look at this and go, 1.77 heat efficiency? That's a little warm, like that's cold, man. You don't need that many. Why don't you cut a couple PPC, like cut a couple double heat sinks and maybe put on some lasers or something? Well, you could, but I find clan ERPPCs are deceptively hot, especially with their cooldown of 5 seconds. You can more than generate the heat for those heat sinks to dissipate with just those two weapons. So if we want to be shooting constantly and jumping up constantly, because jump jets do generate heat while you are thrusting, so you're basically not losing heat when you're jumping around, so you need that additional cooling in order to keep these two PPCs singing constantly. We're not that far into the skill tree. We've just got our cool run because that increases our heat sinks by 10%, which we have 21 of them, which means we're getting an extra 2.1 additional heat sinks worth of cooling, which is quite nice. We're going to go down sensors to get some seismic and radar deprivation eventually, and then we'll go down our mobility so we can run a bit faster, and then survival so we can stay a little bit alive a little bit longer. And then if I was going to go down firepower, I would probably only just go down the center tree here and take laser nodes. Not that it would actually be worthwhile for this particular mech, but if I ever did change it and took it onto a laser-based design, I would want those nodes in the future. But for now, let us see how a pair of jumping PPCs works on the battlefield. And our first match couldn't have been a better map for us. We've got Polar Highlands Skirmish. I mean, if you want a long-range sniping hot mech, what's better than Polar Highlands? The only thing that could make this better if this mech had an ECM, which would be ridiculous. But unfortunately it doesn't. So let's see. Did we take too many heat sinks? We'll fire off a pair of PPCs here, and we're at 0%. Takes us up to 34. And by the time we refire, we're a tiny bit heat positive. So we're basically just barely heat positive on a really cold map. Basically means we can fire whenever we want. The little bit of time from maneuvering around will cause us to lose heat overall. But the really important part is when you get this mech on a hot map, like Caustic Valley or Terra Therma, that's when the toastiness becomes apparent. But for now, we are going to do a little jump sniping. And to show off when you're jump sniping, so fire at the heat, then I start jump jetting. You notice how my heat's going down ever so slowly? So yeah, that will probably cause some issues for us as well. Oh, enemy on the left. Just fire off one to show him, I see you. I see you. That's... oh, come on. You bastard. Get back here. Ooh. Hey, they pegged me with the PPC. And the great thing about PPCs is they got infinite ammo. So we can just throw them out there. Who cares? Just throw shots. If they land, and that's great. If they don't, no well. Doesn't matter in the long run. Yeah, that one hit. That one felt good. Do a little bit of a jumpy doodles. Fire off another shot. That one was good. Start landing these PPC rounds. But great thing about this mech is that those mounts are so high up. Like, you literally don't need to get over the hill very much in order to fire on the enemy. That makes them extremely usable.
Target spotted.
Very, very good. We have some lights around the flank, which, if they want to flank, go right ahead. I'll shoot them anywhere. But we are throwing out some shots there. Gotta hit into that catapult. And then we're gonna move for the cover over here. Don't have to worry about any damage on our arms, since our arms are useless to us. You know, try a shot there on the blackjack, but he was moving too quickly. Alright, that one was good. Start pounding these guys in distance here. Oh, Julie got close.
New target.
Woo! Start maneuvering around here. Think we can start moving in. Start doing these jumps. Damn it. Thought I'd recharge enough in time. They'll let us do another jump here. I'll take the Uziel. Oh, I just missed. Damn. Poke pokes. Throw out these shots. Move back down. Pop back up again. And just keep repeating that pattern. You think you can hide from me, but I've got the jumps. I can pound you even when you're behind cover. Unfortunately, we're losing our guys here. This is not good for us. Another hit into that Jaeger. Took off one of his arms, which is very good for us. 3 down. Pushing that ridgeline is not a good thing right now. We need to hold their ground here, let them poke us, and get some unanswered kills. This Jaeger mech is very tasty, and I'm going to be watching for him if he pokes back out, as he is CT crit, and one more shot from me will be able to end him. PPCs on that guy. Oh, just barely not able to get it over the ridgeline there. Let's check to the left here. And they are rolling in. Things aren't looking good for us, as it's time for us to maneuver away. Yeah. Life is not going well for us. But we can pick up a kill, hopefully, on this guy. Nope. Ally got him. Very good. And we do have the mobility here. We can do some things with this. I have won some pretty stupid games with a design like this that is just maneuvering and constantly putting in DPS from the side. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that this time. Took off that guy's arm. I missed. Hey, got the kill. Took off that guy's side. One more hit on him and I'll kill him. Yeah, at least we're bringing this back a little bit. Kit Fox's side torso until he's heavily damaged. Just barely starting to get toasty now. We're gonna turn and start maneuvering this way.
Yeah, I can't win them all, I suppose.
But we are gonna do our best. If they want to come get me, they're gonna have to chase me down. I'll continue to pump PPCs into this Wolverine here, maintaining my forward momentum while I jump up, while putting in shots into that guy. Come on. The lack of mobility tree is hurting. Don't need the arms. They're completely irrelevant to me. Same with his arm as well, it seems. I will shoot that Kid Fox. Ah, damn it, didn't work. Oh well. Good game. We did the best we could, and let's see how much damage we did. You would say GG, but you know, we'll say GG anyway, because I did good. I got 879 damage done, 2 kills, 2 assists, with 132 C-bills earned, and quite easily highest on my team. Yeah, highest than the next 2 put together. Sometimes you just have those matches, and even more damage than anybody on the enemy team, so I feel confident, and we can move into the next match and hopefully win that one. And for our next match, we're back on Polar Highlands. It seems to be a very popular map today, and we are doing Conquest this time. So we are near Sigma for our spawn. The fight's going to be Theta, so let's go for Theta. Yeah, that's where it typically is. The assaults rotate towards Theta because it's kind of the closer one. They'll get Gamma, and we'll meet them at Theta. If I was faster, I'd probably try to get to like H7, see if I can snipe the person grabbing Epsilon, but I do not have that mobility yet. Let us head down the 10 line here and find some opponents on the way. Dun, 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 dun. But life has been good as we have the boring aspect of this match, which is heading out, finding the opponents, which there they are. I'll throw out some shots, just because I can. I just had a wonderful 4-day weekend. I love working for the government. You get every second Friday off, and you get every single holiday off, and sometimes those coincide, and I not only get the holiday Friday, I not only get my modified Friday, but I get a holiday Monday at the same time, and then it is wonderful. Hey, there are some enemies. Put a shot into that guy, get back into cover, and let's start working. A little bit of a jump. Now, one thing you want to do when you're jump sniping is doing it like this, where I'm moving to the side slightly, so I get a little bit of lateral movement while I'm jumping. It basically makes it impossible for people to accurately hit you with projectiles at range, because if they're leading you enough to lead you... Oh wow, why is my right torso already red? When did that happen? As I'm talking about avoiding fire, projectiles, it's useful if you're bouncing, if you're flying to the side, because then if people are leading you, their convergence might be off because they have to lead far enough, and typically you're far enough away that they'd have to lead off of your mech, and that may cause an issue for them for convergence. But somebody must have some lasers out there, because my right torso is low already, and that is not good. In which case, we are going to go into a bit more of a conservative method here. Less really high jumps, and more the lowest jumps possible in order to get a shot off before I dip back into cover. Oh, missed shot, but that's alright. Let's maneuver around. We got a couple people up front there. Oh, we really shouldn't leave that Hellbringer by itself. We should just work this ridge line here.
New target.
Damn, didn't lead enough there.
New target.
That's good. And we do have, these guys are basically within effective here. Our effective is 810 meters. It's more than enough to do these snipes.
target.
I don't want to have those guys that are out front there be left behind. As this Annihilator's moving up, just start giving him the death here. Yes, please give me your back. Me moving back too quickly. I need to move. There's some enemies coming on the left field here.
Acquired.
Is that a medium or is that a heavy?
Incoming missile.
Oh, but I knew that was a good thing to maneuver around. Got that UAV. Let's get out of here. Time to reposition. As our assaults have moved far on the flank there.
New target.
And we need to maneuver to keep up with that. Thankfully, we do have that tiny bit of radar deprivation, which is allowing me to break these radar locks. And we just need to keep moving, catch up with our team. Our back end looks like they're killing each other. At least we're trading well.
New target acquired.
And our last assault there, our Dire's gonna get wrecked.
At 25%.
Ah, missed it.
At 0%.
Oh well, we're trading a Dire for an Annihilator. Basically the same. March onto this Magcat. We gotta drop him before we get rushed from the back. Yeah, push into Theta right now. Push, push, push. We gotta get these guys. We can't let this guy get away. Some torso. They're hitting to him. He's gonna go down in a second. We'll reposition our guns somewhere else. The enemies are coming from J10. J10.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
Banged up.
Oh, and right over him. God damn. That guy's CT crit. We just lost a guy there. Oh, on our front. They're coming over the hill. We're gonna maneuver. We're gonna jump around. Put out some good shots. We're gonna drop that Hellbringer. He's our target. There's nothing he can do about it. He can't escape. He's open both ways. We're gonna come around this corner. Drop him.
New target acquired.
Damn it. It would have been so good if that hit his back. There goes one side. It's alright. Still got half my firepower. Juliet's crit through the back. I'm getting his attention.
Destroyed.
Like this guy here lasering me with his heavy lasers. Or it's ER mediums. Hit that guy with a nice shot there. Come on, maneuver. My torso depression. It's not enough. Took off his arm. I gotta get his other side though.
New target.
Ah, but he takes me out. It's so close. That was a fun match. It's very close here. This guy goes down, and it is a 2-on-2 to 1-on-2. We got one guy left who has a tag. Oh, but we're gonna win on caps. As we have, I didn't even pay attention to the caps at all. We've got 732 points and a 4 cap. GG. We win. Ha! So even though we were completely out of the fight, we managed to pull the victory due to the conquest. Yeah, I like that. So typical skirmies wannabes. What? Alright, whatever. 220,000 C-bills, 742 damage done, and 2,000 experience. Got that first victory of the day. And on to one last match for this episode. And for our last match of this episode, Again, Polar! Again with Conquest! What is with the matches? We are getting the exact same map multiple times in a row. But hey, that's fine. This is a fine map for this mech. If only I had the skills to be able to hit things, as sometimes my aim is off. But we are on the other side, where before we were there, now we're here. So we're going to go J10 area and see what we can see, as enemies should be coming from our left. Dun, da, da, dun, da, da. Somewhere over there. They've grabbed Sigma. They're heading for Theta. I'm moving there. Maybe not to cap it. That guy can go cap it. Really, just to go contest it. Sit in J10, K10 area and work some of these ridge lines, as the enemy is probably moving in on Theta hard through the 11 line. Our guys on Theta. Let's do a little bit of a jump scout here. See where they are. Throw up a random shot just because I can. Didn't expect it to land, but hey, I could. Let's get into this ridge line. We are very much ahead of our team here, but I don't expect there to be much in the form of enemy forces at this location yet, as their assaults are probably in the back as well. They've gone left of Theta. They're in H10, I10 area. So they're not even going Theta directly.
New target acquired.
We're going to go right down to this Thunderbolt here. We're going to get back in behind our assault mechs. So there's that Thunderbolt going left into I9.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Spotted, bravo. Keep an eye on that guy. Don't give him a chance to flank us. Doesn't look like he's there anymore. It's the scary part is he's probably just waiting. Yeah, he's still there. He's just waiting. Start peeking these ridge lines now. Start putting out some damage. Get these little hops on. Ah, damn it. I didn't get that jump snipe. Oh, team's rotating slightly right, so I gotta rotate right, or else I'll be left behind. So let us maneuver. Get down to cover over here, and then start to work these ridge lines. Enemies 3 capping us. It's okay at this point of the game, but we'll have to improve that in the future here. A little bit of a hop. I missed that. I thought he would hit him. He just started to accelerate away the instant before I shot, which caused issues with my shot. Unfortunate. We'll get back into cover. That's heavy Gauss. I don't want to deal with that. I do not want to deal with the heavy Gauss. We'll try to keep him targeted for missiles. Got a lot of their mechs moving to this, moving this side here. Start backing out, as this Cyclops is going to need some serious support. Took off his side. Yes, got rid of one of the heavy Gauss. One of the heavy Gauss is gone on the Annihilator. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way! Damn it, I wasn't able to get the shot off. Start working this ridge line here. They're pushing. Alright, just keep falling back. CT Annihilator, CT him. Just missed. We're down 3 mechs. It's not good for us. We just keep falling back here as they're pushing in. Let my allies tank. Oh, and there's another contingent coming from the left side. They've surrounded us. It's a 7. It's a 1 to 8. We're gonna lose. Oh well. We just got absolutely surrounded in that fight and destroyed. Well, that happens. Not much I can do now except just, you know, die. We're not even hardly into the capture. If we were at like 600, I'd go and run off and do what I can. But at this point, might as well just go and die and get the match over with. Because they have so many mechs that the cap game is futile at this point. So we're going to end the episode here because there's no physical way this Arctic Cheetah can win this match. So, thanks for watching, and good hunting.